Why, hello YouTube, this is Baylor Mage again, and we've finally found the first Spectre that appears to be not only worth using, but actually really strong. So the guy is called a Valguard. We'll get into the specifics first, but we got two clips. These are on level. This is when I am here. These are also they only have 3 supports, and in my league starter gear because I'm significantly slower. The first one here is our single target. This is the second half of the King of the Mist fight in part 2, which you don't actually need to do, but I did it just to test. And that's his life going down. That's his life going down and him getting stunned quite easily. So that's great single target. And when there is a bunch of mobs around, they just cover the entire floor and kill everything. So there's no problem with clear and no problem with single target. I've only got 5 of them right now because that's all the spirit I can afford, and they're still doing quite well on level. So this is the first Spectre we have seen that is actually usable. So it's this guy. It's called a Valguard. Now, this is real important because there are about 7 different versions of Valguards. These guys specifically come from the Back in Time version of this zone, which I could maybe pronounce. I think it's Utzal. They come from that Back in Time version. Most importantly, there are like 3 melee versions and 2 ranged versions, all with the same name in that zone. You will have to find the range one that is throwing grenades. It will cost 50 spirit. The other range one costs 60 spirit. So don't grab that one. It's the wrong one. The one that costs 60 also has a bow, so ignore it. Now, what is it doing? Essentially, it is throwing an oil trap and grenade, basically at the same time. It is throwing out these giant oil traps, which also do a low-ish exposure. It implies a 10% exposure. Also slows enemies, right? And then blows them up with the same grenade, causing big AoE fire explosions. So that's great. We get built-in exposure, we get built-in slow, and we get giant AoE fire explosions that overlap. Right now, I only have them at level 14. I've got +2 total, so it's not very geared. I'm currently using Scattershot, Martial Tempo, and Magnified Effect. I could swap Magnified Effect for Conk for even more damage. I didn't. My next support will be Feeding Frenzy when I manage to get a Jeweler. I don't know what the 5th one's going to end up being. There may end up being better Spectres later, but for now we've tried a lot of Spectres. Everyone's tried a lot of Spectres, and this is the first time where I've found a Spectre that's better than our base minions. Unfortunately, being 50 spirit per, I can't quite fit as many in as I'd like. I also am going to attempt to keep 2 Arsonists so that I can keep their active abilities. But I will tell you what, the only problem with them is that you can't see. The visual clarity in those, not fantastic. I would attempt to thank the 2 people from chat who were using them and told me to go give them a try, but I don't know if I can pronounce either of those names. So chat brought me these and they're absolutely fantastic, and I'm just gonna enjoy being blind and not being able to see anything on the ground. The classic PoE experience. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna keep going. Hopefully we can make them even better. I'll experiment with supports, but if people are still playing minions and they've been struggling, at least here's a Spectre we can use that's actively better than all of our current minions. That's all I have. I will see everybody next time. Bye bye.